let's go into the vehicle assembly building, and we're going to need a lander, and we are going to need a launcher, obviously. Now, we have unlocked some new things since the last time we went to the moon, one of them being the Mark 1 land can. Now, we can use this thing. I don't think it's got... designed for lightweight, non-atmospheric landers. Seats a single occupant. Right, so it's got torque. It's got life support. Doesn't have a heat shield or anything, but we can add a heat shield. That's not a problem. In fact, let's do that first in case I forget. Heat shields are a bit kind of not designed for this. I can do that, which is a bit strange, but no, no, no. Goodness me. Okay, right. What's that one then? Is that? No. Okay, there we go. Yeah, a bit of a weird lander. We're going to be landing on the... with the heat shield attached and things on the moon, but that's not the end of the world. Let's get ourselves some fuel on here, so something like that. Or do we want to do that? Maybe we don't want to do that. Maybe we want something a little more interesting. How about something like... Right, so that, I believe, represents a working lander. We have all our sciencey stuff attached to this top section here. We have our lander can, we have our, obviously, our fuel tanks and our rockets to slow our descent. We have some landing legs, we have some landing lights. So I think that is good to go. Oh, and we have some parachutes for re-entry and lots of decouplers and things. So we now need to start having a look at the launcher. Let's just make sure we've got all this right. Right, it's 5 stages just for the lander. Great. Okay, so time to start looking at a launcher. Now we've got this big tank in the middle here, so we're going to want a pretty big tank underneath it. Let's go with that one. And is it the Poodle engine that's really efficient? 390, 370, 330, 330, 350. I mean, mean, that's the atomic rocket, which... that is going to be an issue, isn't it? We need a second... Oh, no we don't, no we don't, no we don't. That's going to be okay, because we can decouple that and keep the heat shield. That's good. Right. So yeah, we'll go with the Poodle engine for this top stage, because this is going to hopefully be our moon entry stage. We then have our transfer stage, which I'm thinking we want to use one of these guys for. So that's not looking too bad. So we have here a very complex, but actually quite very complex looking, but actually very simple lander, which hopefully will be more than enough to land us on the moon. We have a transfer stage here, which should be able to get us from an orbit around Kerbin to the moon. These hopefully will be able to get us off the moon. And this here is our launch stage, which uses the NASA rockets. It looks a bit ugly and weird, but hopefully this should be more than enough to get us to the moon. So we've got to give this rocket a name. Whoops, that's not what we're going to call it. We'll call it live stream starting now. What are we going to call this? Going to the moon. It's a new lander. We'll call this the Lunar Twitch 1. There we go. The Lunar Twitch lander will be used to gather new science from Moon to help us unlock some new tech for our for our space station, because that's actually my main aim, is to get our space station improved and working better. So there we go, Lunar Twitch 1. Save it. Who have we got in the pilot's seat? Oh, Jebediah. Yeah, why not? Let's send Jebediah for this one. We've got a parachute if it all goes wrong. Yeah, okay. Right, save it and launch it. We're going out to the launch pad. Okay, night launch. Let's not have a night launch. Let's speed up time and give ourselves a daytime launch. Come on. There we go. Sun's over there, looking good. Okay, so here we are on the launch pad with the Lunar Twitch 1, which hopefully will be gathering some extra science from the moon so that we can unlock some new tech, which we can hopefully put towards our space station to improve our space station. Jebediah Kerman is coming with us. We are going to put our SAS on. We are going to put our throttle up. And we are going to put our resources on the screen. And we are ready for launch, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that's very fast. Let's slow ourselves down. I just took a bit of a screenshot of the Kerbin stroke sunrise over the moon there, because I thought that made quite an interesting picture. Not something you see every day. So, we have a trajectory to We have a trajectory to take us over this crater. I'm hoping at about 8 or 10,000 meters, but as long as we get over this ridge, we can plop ourselves into this crater, which is where we're aiming for. So I'm going to speed us up a little bit. Electric charge is running out. Yeah, well, hopefully. Oh, isn't it typical? Look, a Kerbal eclipse, some kind of eclipse, when we're running out of electrical charge. Not something that you really plan for. Let's get this turned off. No, not that. Deactivate. That will conserve some of the electricity, but we're a bit stuck. This doesn't generate any energy, I don't believe. Oh, it does a little bit. Don't really want to use it though. Got plenty of fuel in it, but it's going to affect our trajectory, isn't it? What a pain. Fortunately, we have, I believe, an hour. We can last up to an hour with 0 electricity. At which point we do start to risk losing Jebediah Kerman. This is not something that I actually planned for. I'm wondering if we should use... Oh, we've got no electrical charge to do anything. Okay, let's bring this on the screen. How long does it take us to get round there? Okay, 10 minutes over our electricity allowance. Hopefully when we fire up our engine we will gain electricity and regain control, but we are going to be we're going to be landing based on the electricity that this thing generates, because we have no vision of the sun, which is a really awkward situation to be in. So let's see what we can do. Right, we are at least burning in the right direction. We're generating some power. Slow ourselves right down so that we are landing inside the crater. Right, what's our altitude? 12,000 meters. What's that? Or is it just pointing out our flag? Our previous flag, yeah. Where's the sun? Have we got any sun yet? No, it's still behind Kerbin, which means we're still going to be eking away our electric charge if we try and use any of our electrical things. Let's turn our SAS off. enough though. Whoops, I've slowed us down too much now. Cut the engines. Hit the wrong button. Okay, here we go. Look at that. We've landed. That's the decoupler or something from the... what is that? Yeah, I think that's the decoupler from the fuel tank that we dropped, which survived. But there we go. We have landed this odd-looking lander on the moon. Our engines are clear of the floor. That's odd. Yeah, our ladder and our lights appear to be attached to the... I don't know. What are they attached to there? They're attached to the heat shield. But there we go. Ours is not to reason why. So, we have landed on the moon with Jebediah Kerman in our... What did we call it? The Moonar Twitch. The Moonar Twitch 1. Successful landing. So we know that this is a good lander. So now we are in the crater, so it's time for us to do some science. While we're waiting for the power to come back on, because the sun's gone in. So we can observe the materials bay. What is this worth to us? 100 science. Keep that data. Mystery goo. Observe it. 40 science. Keep that data. Now, our weird ones that we've added around the back. We've got our temperature. 32 science for logging the temperature at minus 42 degrees. Where's the other one gone? We had that. There we go. The seismic accelerometer. Log the seismic data. 80 science for that one. Keep that. And whatever this thing did. Activate it. Log data. Can't be done here. Okay. Deactivate. Right. So, anything that we're missing? Right, we need to do a crew report. 20 science. We can transmit that, except we can't because we haven't got any power. And it's time for some EVA. Oh. Whee! Backflip! Bonk. Bonkers. So, Jebediah Kerman is back on the surface of the moon, looking up at Kerbin, wondering where the sun's gone. Let's get an EVA report. Jeb, what's it like on the moon? You look up and search the sky for Kerbin, suddenly you feel very small. I think we've seen that report before, but let's keep that data because it's from this crater. And it's time to take a surface sample. 120 science for a surface sample, which is fantastic. And we are going to plant a flag. And we can't see it. But this is Moonar Crater at night. No. During eclipse. How typical when we're trying to land on the moon, the sun decides to take a vacation behind Kerbin, leaving us with no power. Jebediah Kerman. Okay. Can't really get a screenshot of the flag because it's too dark. But we can get a screenshot of Jebediah. Let's bring Jebediah over here. And we'll get a screenshot of Jebediah with the eclipsed Kerbin in the background. Smile for the camera, Jeb. Lovely. And we'll get one. Let's go back round this side. So he's lit up a bit. Don't know what's lighting him up. Let's get the flag out of the shot. Let's get the flag out of the shot. Something like that. Nice big smile from Jeb there in front of the lander. Now we need to gather up the science, because that is not going to be going back to Kerbin with us. So let's plant ourselves on here and we can put the rocket away. Oh, come on, why can't you? Whoops. Come on. Right, how about on there? Stand on the top. There we go. Can we gather this data? Why can't we gather any of the data? Come on. How annoying. There we go, right. No. No damage. Come on, I want to gather the data. Do I have to get even closer? There? There we go. No. Goodness me. How picky is this? Oh dear. Whoops. I just broke one of our solar panels. That's really not going to help us when we've got no electricity. It was kind of in the way though. Right, collect data from the mystery goo. No damage. I know there's no damage. I want the data. Give me data. There we go. Collected the data. Let's go around the back. Woo, come on. Wow, this is tricky. Oh dear, what's going on there? Lovely glitches there. Right. Up. 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 Take the data from the thermometer. Take the data from the accelerometer. Right. And then get back in there. Good, that puts all of that in there now. So we should now have a fair bit, yeah, 6 lots of stored data, plus the crew report. 32 science, 40 science, 100 science, 32 science, 80 science, 120 science, and another 32. So we can keep all of this data, and hopefully we can take it all home with us. That is certainly the plan. We might even be able to get some more. If I stick him on EVA now, technically he is, there we go, just above the moon's east crater, so that's another 24 science. So board there, and then when we take off I could take that mystery goo reading and see if that helps us as well. So how are we doing up there? We've still got no sun. We've got just enough power, which should be just enough to get us launched and back into orbit around the moon, and hopefully by then the sun will be emerging from behind Kerbin. So well, shall we head back home? Let's check what we've got to do. We are kind of... oh yeah, no, we're alright. We're kind of equatorial. So we can just take off and head east. We might have to do one orbit round and then start our return. But that's fine, absolutely fine. What was that that just went past? Did you see that? I just saw a shadow go flying past. I wonder if that was a graphics glitch, or if it's actually something way over there that's flown in front of the sun. That was weird. I'll have to watch that back on the replay, I reckon. Right, so we are ready to head back home, guys. Our engines are engaged. We've got plenty of fuel. We've collected all our science into our lander can, so there is nothing left for us to do but to head home. So, here we go. Where's east? We're going this way. Gear up straight away. And we are heading east. Already at 3,000 meters. Let's get our apoapsis up. Definitely going to clear this crater, which is good. We need to get probably to at least 8,000 meters apoapsis to clear any mountains that we may encounter. 5,000 meters. Slow ourselves down. We'll take our leisurely time about it. There we go. That's going over 8,000 meters now. We might as well take it up a bit higher than that. We'll take it to 10, say. And then we'll wait until we get up nearer to it and circularize this out. It's a lot easier heading home. Okay, so let's get ourselves horizontal and then start our burn. Here we go. To circularize us out. There we go. And then we need a burn, whoops, to take us home. Okay, that's going to be about our limit then, 145, that's good enough. So, that is 29 minutes away. We have power. Where's our life support thing? 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is enough to get us round there. And hopefully, as I say, by then we'll be able to see the sun and recharge. So let's speed ourselves up. It's only a 14-second burn. Again, we've got plenty of fuel. Sun is just starting to peek out, and we're going back behind the moon. Typical. So we should be coming out the other side before we need to burn, yeah. Sunlight! Goodness me. Right. Whoops, we're now facing the wrong way and we're getting ready to burn. So let's get ourselves pointing in the right direction. because we need to burn at T-minus 7 seconds, which is coming up right now. There we go. We're heading home, guys. Heading home. But while we are where we are, let's grab a quick mystery goo. That one. See what that gives us. Let's see, that's another 30 science. So we'll keep that. We'll send Jeb out to go and get that. Where are you, Jeb? There you are. Whoops, don't break another solar panel. Collect the data, yep. And then you can get back in the can. In the can. I'm sorry, I can't help you at the moment. I'm in the can. Grab. Board. Excellent. Right. We're heading home, guys. So we're going to head round to what is currently our periapsis. We'll use our fuel to slow us down and to bring us into the atmosphere. We've got plenty of fuel. To slow us down, more importantly, so that we can enter the atmosphere safely. And, well, the rest will hopefully be history. Our power is recharging now because we have sunlight, albeit in the wrong direction. There we go. That should speed things up a little bit. That's better. In fact, one of them's still behind us, so we'll spin round. And they will spin round at the same time, leaving us with 3 solar panels facing the sun. Lovely. Right. Heading home. Gonna leave the moon's influence. Boink. There we go. So we are now directly in the gravitational pull of Kerbin. Heading towards Kerbin, towards our periapsis of 146,000 metres. There we go. And let's point ourselves prograde. And fire our engines to bring our apoapsis down, keeping a keen eye on our fuel. Bring us inside the satellite network. There we go. So we should now be able to burn out our apoapsis to bring our periapsis into the atmosphere, and we will have a nice gentle descent back towards Kerbin. Bit of a strange angle, but meh, who cares? Periapsis, prograde. Whoa, come back. Here we go. And we watch our periapsis as we burn. And we want this at about 35,000 metres, 40,000 metres, 35. That'll go. Indeed, Kerbin, we missed you. We are home. Ish. Okay, so now when we get around to here, we will be inside the atmosphere, so we can dump the extra weight that we have and prep our parachutes ready for our descent. So speed us up again until we enter the atmosphere. It should slow us down as we do so. There we go. So we are now within the atmosphere. Here is our ship, and we can dump this off the top, we can dump these off the sides, making sure that we keep our heat shield ready for the descent. But everything looks good. We can use the last of our fuel just to slow us down a little bit. There we go. How's our... Doing well, doing well. Yeah, we'll use the last bit of fuel as we get near to our periapsis, just to make sure that we are entering the atmosphere. And to make sure that we don't burn up, I suppose. It's probably a good thing as well. And then we will dump all the extra weight ready for our parachute descent. How are we doing? Apoapsis is starting to come down. Periapsis is heading down as well. 37,000 metres. We might actually start to see some atmospheric effects soon. Yep, apoapsis is coming down. 35,000 metres. I would expect to start seeing some effects by about now. These engines look like they're heating up. They are. So let's fire these engines and use this fuel. Okay, that's the end of the fuel. So, ready for the last detach. There we go. Whoops. Oh dear, that was silly. I didn't mean to do that. That was our heat shield. Whoops. Oh dear. Let's pull these in, shall we? Retract the panels. It's the only one we've got left. Oh no, there we've got that one as well. Came back with two of them. Right, let's prep our parachutes. Did they go out straight away? No. Oh dear, okay. So we are now starting to heat up. And we don't have a heat shield. 821 degrees. It's 825. Come on, slow us down enough. Or at least deploy the parachutes, which are overheating. Uh-oh! One of our parachutes just exploded. Let's protect the other one. Oh dear. Suddenly I'm not very confident. Okay, the temperature is dropping. There goes the parachute. We're going to land kind of sideways. Let's hope this one parachute can slow us down enough. It's a water landing. Might just about be enough. If not, we could be looking at losing Jebediah Kerman and all that science. It's now biting time. Let's turn off the SAS. Coming down on 1,000 meters. At 500 that parachute will pop. Ooh, 6.6 meters per second. I think that is slow enough. That's just about slow enough for this lander can. So I think Jebediah is safe. 6.5 meters a second now. Wow, this mission has been full of obstacles. This really will be an achievement if we actually manage to bring Jebediah home here. What's he looking at? I wonder what the inside of... okay. Nice view you got there, Jeb. He's kind of looking sideways. We are under 100 meters now. Coming down for our splashdown. The moment of truth is upon us. And it's a safe landing. Wow. Can we get any kind of report from here? Did we not have... Oh, we didn't have the... No, we didn't have the thermometer and whatever on there, did we? Can we activate this thing? No. Okay. So, we brought him home just about, guys. Let's find out what the total of this science was. Recover the vessel. $483 science we unlocked, plus what we transmitted gives us 508 science to spend. That's exactly what we needed. A nice big injection of science. Look at all this we picked up. I think the important one was the surface sample from the crater, so it was good that we landed in the crater. The material study was big. The seismic scan, now that's interesting because we can do more of those. There's plenty of biomes on Kerbin where we can run a seismic scan, so that's a good source for us to get some more science points. Mystery goo, crew report. Fantastic. Recovery of a vessel returned from the surface of the moon. We even got 5 science for that. So 508 science. Fantastic. What can we get with that? I'll tell you what we can do is we can unlock the free stuff from Kerbal Engineer. Goodness me, 508 science. The highest tier is 550 science, so we can't unlock anything in this very high tier up here. That's going to be for when we're visiting other planets as opposed to other celestial bodies around Kerbin, but we have got enough for maybe a 300. There's a few of those here, including, I believe... Oh no, that's the miniature docking port. Where's the large docking port? That must be the next stage up. We've got the cupola, the launch escape system, the bigger lander can, the other fuel tank. We've got the grabbing unit for the asteroids. We've got the pressure map barometer. That's another good science unlock. We've got the extendable ladders. We've got the other landing struts and the other parachutes. There is a lot that we can unlock now, guys, with this 500 points, 500 science points. So we're not going to do that now. We are going to leave that for our next stream so that we can have plenty of time to decide what it is that we want to unlock. But wow, this really is what we needed. I'm interested in what's going on here. We've got a lot of stuff in here, lots of stack separators, the quad coupler, radio attachment point, which would be good for our space station, The Clampetron Junior is for probes and things, so we're not so worried about that at the moment. And that's a little stack separator. I was hoping that we would have the larger docking ports, but they must be on the next stage up, which means they're going to be quite expensive. So we're going to have to get quite an impressive lander, I think, to send some people to maybe Duna or one of the other planets nearby to Kerbin. That's looking like what our next mission is going to be for next week's stream. So it's going to be an important stream next week. Hopefully lots and lots of science points up for grabs next week to unlock this really, really high tier, which is our really heavy rockets. This is some more probe stuff. We've got some more communications things. What's that? Microwave transceiver. I don't know what that does. And the rest of the science stuff, such as the gravioli detector, which is huge amounts of science points we can get from that. And the sensor array nose cone as well. So lots and lots that we can do there. So that is our plan for next week's stream. Thank you for watching this week, guys. I have been Elbristo, you have been watching Ellitopia Gaming. Please don't forget to follow us on Twitch over here, twitch.tv. What am I on about? Twitch.tv/Elbristo. For those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to follow over there so that you get notifications when we go live for next week's mission. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you next time, guys. See you later.